In transaction marketing, buyers and sellers usually have no ongoing relationship with one another, and communications are limited. The primary goal is short-term. Sell something and sell it now. What? You don't like that pink Cadillac? How about if we repaint it for you? What do we need to do to get you to buy this car right now? Many salespeople and the companies that employ them, including car dealerships, are now trying a new approach because people are becoming less responsive to the old one. This new approach is based on relationships, not transactions. Indeed, more and more companies are discovering that creating ongoing long-term relationships with clients and customers can pay off in increased sales and in decreased marketing costs over the long run. And these results mean a much healthier bottom line. With this new approach called relationship-based selling, the focus is on building a long-term relationship with the customer, selling the benefits of your product or service, providing fanatical customer service, being totally committed to the customer, talking to the customer continuously. Why the change in emphasis from transactions to relationships? It's really quite simple. People prefer to buy from companies with which they have relationships. They want to do business with companies that show they care about their customers. You can show that you care through your commitment to your customers, your superior customer service, and the importance you place on maintaining a relationship rather than simply selling a product. So suppose that you want to change your company's sales approach from transaction-based to relationship-based. Exactly how do you do that? Here are the 4 keys to building relationships with your clients and customers. Put these to work in your organization right away. Build trust. The first step in developing long-term relationships with your clients and customers is to build trust by doing what you say you're going to do. Trust is the glue that holds business relationships together and makes them stronger and deeper over time. Create bonds. Long-term business relationships depend on the creation of bonds between organizations and customers, or between 2 organizations. Bonds are formed when organizations and people find that they have mutual goals and interests, and they decide to work together to take advantage of them. As relationships grow, these bonds get stronger. Be empathetic. Being empathetic means that you see a situation through the eyes of another party. If you're empathetic as a salesperson, you'll develop an understanding of a customer that goes much deeper than a relationship focused only on a transaction. Empathy is an emotional link that builds trust between parties. Encourage reciprocity. Sometimes you have to give a little to get a lot. Reciprocity is giving up something that you want to get something that you need. When reciprocity is present in the business selling process, from customers to suppliers and vice versa, the result is a stronger business relationship that's built to last. If you've ever called a company on a toll-free number to place an order for a product or service, you've participated in inbound or passive telemarketing. Inbound telemarketing is a particularly effective and fruitful sales technique because people generally call only when they're ready to place orders to purchase your product or service. These customers often call as a result of print ads, catalogs, radio or television advertising, a website, or other forms of advertising that your company uses. Here are some ways you can use inbound telemarketing to your benefit: order taking, help desk solutions, ticket sales, website call processing, surveys and questionnaires, dealer location, seminar registration, reservations. Although many companies run their own inbound telemarketing operations, other enterprising organizations outsource these operations to call centers, both offshore and onshore, that are specifically geared to handle the task of inbound telemarketing. Call centers are often less expensive than hiring and training in-house staff, buying telecommunications equipment, and leasing phone lines. Another benefit is that the individuals working at call centers generally are specifically trained for the task, and many call centers can offer your customers 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service. Outbound telemarketing is the active kind of telemarketing that most people associate with the use of the term. In outbound telemarketing, salespeople place phone calls to prospects, make quick sales pitches, and then try to sell them products or services. If they can't make a sale right away, telemarketers try to gauge the customer's interest. If they sense some hope, they can turn over the prospects to full-time salespersons who can make more sophisticated sales pitches. Here are some ways you can put outbound telemarketing to work for your company: sales lead generation, customer service, appointment setting, customer surveys, sales campaigns, database updates, customer care and retention, follow-up calls. Just as some companies specialize in inbound telemarketing for other businesses, some companies specialize in outbound telemarketing. You can find plenty by turning to the telemarketing services listing in the Yellow Pages, or by doing an internet search just by typing in the keyword telemarketing. If you decide to outsource your outbound telemarketing, be sure that the company you hire has a good reputation in the industry. Also, confirm that the company has experience selling the kinds of products or services that you offer. Ask for references and check them. Many companies today are working hard to bring back a level of personalization that many consumers haven't experienced in a long time, and they're doing it through their websites. One such company is Amazon.com, one of the nation's top online retailers. It has designed a hugely successful computer database around its website, which sells everything from books and music to groceries and home improvement supplies. As a returning customer to Amazon.com, you'll be greeted with a list of recommended purchases, all by title and all based on your tastes, as reflected by your previous orders. The more you order, the more Amazon.com knows about your personal preferences, and the better the database gets at guessing the items you may want to purchase. What Amazon.com has done with its database is nothing short of astounding. It offers a hint of the promise of online selling's future. As time goes on, shopping on the internet is destined to become a more personalized experience, and as online retailers get to know consumers better, the people reward the retailers with long-term business relationships. The smart e-commerce companies are already well on their way to making shopping on the internet a rewarding experience for everyone. The early focus of commerce on the internet has been on retail sales to individual consumers. This focus is beginning to change as software and security evolve to a point where businesses can collaborate with each other safely and securely. Today, online retailing, selling directly to consumers, and wholesaling, selling to businesses, which then sell to other businesses or directly to consumers, are more and more popular. In the old days of the web, most advertising took the form of banner ads, boxes, usually containing just text in the early days, with graphics and photographs entering the picture as time went on, pitching some product or service that led to special web pages or other websites when you clicked on them, also called click-throughs. Also, as soon as you visited some websites in the old days, ad after ad would pop up, grabbing control of your computer and whisking you away into a wonderful state of product bliss. Or so the advertisers would have you think. However, as the web has become more heavily traveled, advertising has become more sophisticated and trickier. Remember, today you still see banner ads, many of which are animated, all the better to attract your attention, and pop-ups, which even the latest internet browsers can never seem to completely defeat. However, the big news in online advertising today is search engine marketing, SEM. The three largest SEM vendors are Google AdWords, Yahoo Search Marketing, and Microsoft Ad Center. In general, SEM is growing faster than traditional forms of advertising. Businesses have voted with their wallets, and the vote is in. Search engine marketing really works. But how does SEM work? The following list shows how the most popular SEM service, Google AdWords, works, so you can see how it may help your organization. Register your company or product or service on the Google AdWords website. As part of your registry, pick out keywords that the search engine will use to link your ad to search results, and write your advertisement. AdWords advertisements are short, just a one-line title and 2 text lines. As part of its service, Google provides tips and instructions for completing the steps. Decide how much you want to spend. As an AdWords user, you set both an overall budget limit and a maximum price you're willing to pay when someone clicks through your ad. You don't pay for your ad unless someone clicks on it. Target your advertising to selected customers or areas. You can decide if you want your ad to show up whenever anyone in the world clicks through, or just when people in your city or state click through. Monitor your results. Google provides extensive statistics on your ads that you can use to check your success, or lack thereof. With this information, you can determine if you need to make adjustments in your approach. Make adjustments until you find the ad setup that works for your product or service and goals. AdWords give advertisers who set a higher price per click priority over those who set a lower price per click. If you find that your ad is getting little traffic because it hardly ever shows up, you have to increase the price per click as well as your overall budget to accommodate increased traffic. You may also try different keywords to increase your visibility. The world of online advertising is in a state of constant flux. With each passing year, new technologies lead to new ways to get ads in front of potential customers. If you decide that online advertising is for you, and most companies today utilize at least some form of online advertising, consider your options carefully and always measure your results. If a particular approach isn't working for you, don't hesitate to try something else.